I'm going to tell you the biggest danger your child would ever face and will ever face in this life. And she goes, what's that? And I go, it's you. Almost like you just said, your parents are going to like bring you up in their limitations, and their expectations. I said, the biggest danger that any child you would ever have will face in this life is you. And she was a little bit shocked. And I know how to do that. And I said, that's because what are you going to teach this child? This goes back to what your main question is, like, how do I become spiritual? Well, you're already spiritual. You got to be less physical. That's the point. But anyway, she goes, well, how would I be that? Most dangerous thing. I go, well, what are you going to teach the child? How to tie its shoes?
Right.
How to brush its hair? How to brush its teeth? How to hold a fork? How to not spill stuff on the floor? How to be quiet? How to sit in rows of desks looking at the backs of each other's heads for 12 years without getting unruly? How to get its driver's license? Oh, the big day. My little child got their driver's license. Yeah, now they can get stuck in traffic jams for the rest of their life like you are.
I know, right? I'm all stressed out.
Right? And this woman's looking at me, and I'm going, and the worst thing is you're going to teach this child that you created it. And this child will be doomed by that, totally doomed, because they're never going to know that they were created by the soul mother, that they had an existence preconception, that they have a soul. And that soul is not made of matter and it's not created on earth. You as her parent has conceived her flesh, and that's all you've done. Technically, in this world, earthly parents should be the godparents. They're in place of God, if you will, on this earth. But earthly parents are more like siblings than they are like parents of anything. They didn't create themselves. They didn't create you.